That's the side of the Gallup building. We're on the grounds of Norwich State Hospital in, right now, Preston, Connecticut. Off in the distance is the administration building. There's a lot of beautiful trees and things on the grounds here, but everything is absolutely falling apart and is basically just collapsing into the earth. It's a disaster compared to what used to be here. It used to be an absolutely beautiful campus, beautifully maintained, but not now. All right, let me see if I can get a wide, sweeping view of this Gallup building. Wow, this is interesting. The top of the church, the little steeple off in the distance. Let's see if I can get over there. There was a church on grounds. A chapel. If I can get over here. I think I see the little steeple. Seems to be fenced in. Well, there it is. I'm going to try to get over there. Whew, man, this is brutal. I mean, this is overgrown. I mean, good gravy. All right. Try to work my way through this mess. I don't see any openings to get over to that steeple. But it's there. Okay, here's a wide view of Gallup building directly in front of us. I'm standing where Seymour building used to be. I'm standing on top this sandy, gravelly area. I worked in Seymour building back in, I don't know, the 80s, I think. Yeah, the 1980s. I'm working my way through some part of the demolition area. If anybody wants a brick from Seymour, they're here. Wow. All right, let's get another view of Gallup. Right there. Those big pine trees to the right in front of us right now, they used to be in front of Seymour building, so I don't know, we're right behind Seymour right now. Off in the distance, straight ahead, would be where the lodge building was, and there's other buildings to the right of that, I think Kirkbride, but for now we're just going to take a walk down this direction. We have a map that we can take a look at, point out some of these names of the buildings that are left on grounds here. I think I'll walk down here later on. But right now, all right, let's get a good look at Gallup. Let's document the current state of the Gallup building. There it is, right smack in front of us. A lot of graffiti. I'll do the other side of the building when I come back. Now that map is going to come in handy because what was near Gallup building? Guys, I'm panning to the left of Gallup building, and according to the map that I'm looking at, Earl building was right next to it, connected by a tunnel. Brigham building, White building way back in the old days. There's too many buildings to go over here. I mean, you're gonna have to trust me. There was so many buildings on these grounds. It was basically a small city. But anyways, Earl was like right here somewhere, among other buildings, which are, let's see, White building, that's a kind of a notorious. Behind Earl, so straight ahead would be, I think it's straight ahead would be Brigham. Over here, I'm going to try to stick to this. Let me stick to the road. Let's get a side view of Gallup. And then I'm going to walk over towards, I believe, one of the other buildings standing is Ray building. My objective was to point out everything that used to be here, but it's so confusing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Russell building used to be kind of directly in front of us. Off in the distance, you can see the Mohegan-Pequot Bridge. The Thames River is there. The powerhouse used to be down there. But these are the grounds. I mean, guys, take a look at it, because this is all going to be redeveloped into whatever. I mean, it's not going to be what it is now. This whole thing's going to be, I don't know about the whole thing, but a lot of it's going to be excavated, and a lot of work's going to be done on the cleaning of what was called brown fields, and I don't know if there's asbestos, lead, whatever, all the contaminated material is going to be pulled out of here. Whoa, it's kind of muddy around here. All right. A lot of snow melted recently, so we have a muddy situation. These used to be roads. You can see remnants of some of the roads, but all right. Wow. Mohegan Sun Casino. There's other, Brigham, whatever. There's a bunch of other buildings. We're way behind the... Let me take a look at that map. Okay, Gallup. Let's see. Earl, Brigham, Stedman used to be probably right in front of us. Yeah. Stedman, Woodward, Bell, Salmon. The ad building's still there. All building. Cutter, Dix. Galt is way back there. Kirkbride's way on the other side. So we're heading over to what looks like Ray to me, I think. I mean, it can be a little tricky to map everything out, but all right, there's some massive open sandy area back there, which probably was another building, or I don't know what it was. Powerhouse, could be anything. There's some little foundational, I don't know, cement. Not really foundation, but all right. Straight in front of us. I mean, look at these trees. They're dying. All the trees on the grounds, since this place closed up, late 90s or whatever, it shut down, are all dying. So my guess is, yeah, it's Ray Building. It's actually spray painted on the side, Ray. Another one slated for demolition. Good gravy, this is huge. Let's go over get a look at the river. There's fresh boot prints on the ground. So there's all kind of, look at this cement. I don't know what it was. It could have been fueling station. Man, you would need hours to cover this. The entire grounds would take hours. There's the Thames River. There's actually a building down there with a slate roof. So that's an old, I don't know, part of the powerhouse or pumping station, or I don't know. I do not know. I wish I did know. There's a good look. I mean, it's in the distance, but there's a good look at the back of the administration building. As we head to Ray Building, the roof is completely, there's no shingles, there's no protection from rain, and it's been that way for a long time. But there used to be roads back here, beautifully maintained. Not anymore. I tell you what, Ray Building had one heck of a good view of that river. There it is. A beautiful shot of Ray. I'm going to take a quick walk over to the river here. Whoa. Casino, Mohegan Sun Tower. All right. We'll get a view of this pier. I'm surprised it's still up, but there it is. On the Thames River. And there's train tracks down there. That's the Thames River. Now, my assumption is barges or, some form of oil delivery. Maritime vehicle of some sort would come up there and load fuel to power the hospital. All right, let's get back to Ray. All right, let's do a sweeping view from this is the back of the grounds of Norwich, the once thriving Norwich Hospital. There it is. And let's walk over, get closer to Ray Building. Again, these guys had a killer view. I never realized that. I'm going to show you the view of these folks had, whoever was staying in the Ray building. Again, more rotting trees. Look at this thing. The trees like that are all over the place. I don't know what the story on that is. All right, let me get up here. Gotta watch my footing around here. Let's see if I can get a good bead on that tower down at the Mohegan Sun. There it is, right there, clear view. Way off in the distance. Beautiful clouds in the sky right now. There's the river. I see big foundations down there. Probably part of some Norwich hospital structure back in the old days. So there's two stories here. There's probably a basement. They had tunnels around here, you know, building to building. You could connect, walk underground if it was raining, snowing, anything. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You could just use the tunnels, which when I worked here, I frequently did. Wow, this thing's wide open. This building is wide open. Big radiators on the wall up there. I don't know what this was used for, recreation or something, or storage, or I don't know. No doors. Wow, slate entry. Slate staircase. All right, we'll just do a quick sweep of the inside of the Ray building on this floor. I'm not going to venture upstairs. Absolutely beautiful flooring in here. Very thick tile. All right, let me get in the center of this room and just kind of sweep around. We go real slow, do a 360 pan. All right, that's a 360-degree view of, you know, there's no walls. I don't know the layout, previous layout. Let's take a look out the window at Ray. So if you were here in the, you know, in the 20s or way back when, you had a incredible view. There's another building, Mitchell building, off in the, to the right there. I gotta step lightly, but I can't get over the, look at these beautiful floors. I mean, talk about standing the test of time. Walk down to the other. I'm basically walking the length of Ray building right now. I mean, this is a virtual point of view look at the current state of the Ray building on the grounds of Norwich Hospital. All right, so this other side of the building has a very similar, maybe it's a mirror image of the other side. I'm going to pan slowly. You know, steel beam construction right here. I mean, that's built. That is built like a tank. I'm not going to go upstairs. There's stairs missing, and I'm just not that adventurous right now. I don't want to, but I do want to get another view. Whoa, big hole in the floor here. I gotta watch it. Anyways, this must have been a screened-in porch with an incredible view of the Thames River. Now imagine this back in, again, the 20s, 30s, 40s. There was no construction on the other side. That's a big parking garage or something, Mohegan Sun Casino. But there was nothing. Some old sign there. Let's see. Gonna work my way back out of the building. Again, not gonna go upstairs. It's just too risky. The staircase. It's probably this is a carbon copy upstairs. I mean, you can see through giant holes. I'll show you. Well, you know what? Let's see how far I can make it. I don't think. You know what? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It could cave in. A more adventurous person would have no problem. But that's not me. Right now. Maybe on another day, but not now. There's another staircase. You can see that right there. It's completely collapsed. So, in other words, if somebody tried to walk up the stairs, the ones back there that I just stepped on, you could easily have it collapse and you would be severely injured, potentially killed. So is it worth it? No. As I say that, I'm going down a staircase, so wish me luck. There's a basement. I'm not going to go down there, but there's a quick glance. I don't know what this camera can pick up. It's dead dark. There's some light way off in the distance there, but again, I'm reaching around a corner, so. All right, I'm outside. There's boards with nails sticking up, rusty nails on the ground, so you have to be really cautious. You know, they have this thing, let me get this, this kind of, this fencing or mesh where you can't get out of the, whoa, this is a rare view. You can't get out of the building, in or out, but, whoa. This is a view even when I worked here, I never had. The side of Ray building. Very interesting. All the windows are gone. There's geese in the field over there. Right on cue. Hope you can hear that. right, this side of Ray Building. Yep, that's where we were. I mean, we gave you a glance down there. I'm going to just do a quick sweep. There it is right there. You know, beautiful doorways, and they're all destroyed. I mean, it's just it's apocalyptic. Okay, this is almost like a zombie movie or something down here. All right, you can go right up to the building on this side. I don't know, it's kind of muddy around here. Let's see if I can make it without falling in the mud. We don't want to do that. Whoa, it's deep. Okay, this is... All right, here's a floor view of the... Let me do a sweep. Slow pan right to left from the floor. The height of about... This camera's 6 inches off the floor. Viewing the first level of the Ray Building. All right, being mindful of the mud situation. I'll work my way out of here. All right, we'll get a wide view of the building, and we'll take a walk over to Mitchell. Let's see if I can get all this in. There it is, Ray Building. Grounds in Norwich Hospital, and if you can see the right corner in the distance, you can see that Mohegan Sun Tower. You know, it's a casino, and it looms large over that river. As we make our way over to the Mitchell Building. This used to be a nice road. With beautiful lighting, beautiful sidewalks, manicured grounds. Now it's all gone. More dead, dying trees. I don't know what that phenomenon is, but they're everywhere. All right, as we approach Mitchell, let me take a walk over to the river view again. Again, I never realized how incredible the view was. It sounds like it's starting to rain. That could be a problem. This camera cannot get wet. My other one can. This one, Not a good idea. So let me get over to Mitchell a little bit quicker. So maybe I can get under a porch or something if it starts pouring. There's some form of mechanical, I don't know what. I have no idea. Old pumping station. Whatever it is, there it is. I don't have time to really zero in on it. I wish I did, because it's starting to rain. I want to get under one of these porches. Let's see if I can get over here before I get soaked. All right, this is behind Mitchell, guys, right there. Roof is absolutely, again, caving in. It's not even part of it. It's just not there. It's a massive hole. All right, the rain, I think, stopped. This is very brief. Let me get back. Yeah, walking backwards, not a good idea. Not sure what I'm framing up in the camera here, but I do want to get a wide view of this Mitchell building. This is kind of an important... This is an important building. They're all important buildings, believe me. There it is. Mitchell Building, behind Mitchell Building. Mitchell Building, another one with a spectacular view of the river. Another one that's wide open. Huh. Looks like an old sink in the ground here, an old hospital sink from Mitchell Building, right there. Frame that up perfectly. There it is. Whew, man, oh man. Wow. I don't know if I can make it up this once standing staircase. You can see it right in front of us there. It's not currently operational. Ooh, this ain't worth it. I mean, if I slip, I'm in deep trouble. Maybe there's another way I can take a look in there. I just don't want to get this camera wet, and it is raining a little bit. I don't think I can do that. I mean, I can do it, but, you know, I'm working with one hand for my balance, so it's tricky. Let's see if there's another way on the other side into this thing. All right, here we go. Good gravy. It's a disaster area. There's one of your door frame with the brass ripped out of it. Look at the beautiful stonework they did on these buildings back in the old days. They built these things to last forever, unfortunately. If you don't maintain anything, regardless of how beautiful it is and the construction is, it will disintegrate given enough time. There's a look inside. I'm reaching down inside of a basement. Again, hopefully this camera can make the adjustments to pick up some of that video. Whew, wow. All right, there's a house back there. To the left, Dutch colonial home. I gotta work my way out of here where I don't Actually, let me get a good side view of that porch with those nice pillars. See the pillars, nice columns there. Appear to be a, I would say that's Doric style, very plain. That's kind of a nice shot right there. You got Mitchell building, and in the distance you got Ray, way off in the distance. Another road that's, basically destroyed. Another very important building. They're all important, but that off in the distance straight ahead of us is Lippitt building, which was kind of a medical part of the hospital. They did surgeries. They did lobotomies in there. They had some of the finest neurosurgeons in Connecticut, maybe in the country. That, at the time, lobotomies were an advanced form of neurosurgery that was said to be potentially very helpful at the time. They didn't, it's too icy. Gotta get out of here. There's boards with rusty nails sticking straight up, ice everywhere, and I have my one hand on a camera, so it's tricky. I'm gonna work my way through here. I also got to keep my eyes on not getting my feet in a puddle of, a foot of water as the rain picks up. I'm working my way through a little ice field right here, guys. Bear with me. Oof. Man, oh man. Trying to work my way out of here. Okay. All right. Things are looking a little bit better. All right, let's get to the front of Mitchell, if I can. I mean, this is like an apocalyptic situation we got going on here. Man. All right. Okay, this would be the front of Mitchell. I don't know. Technically, probably the front. I mean, based on the pillars and everything in the other area and the road layout, I'm not sure if this is considered the front or the back, but I'm a little wary about going inside this thing. I'll just take a peek. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Now, this is hardcore. Well, let's get a quick glance. Just going to grab a couple rooms. That's it. I'm out. It's not worth it. Look at this door. Big metal. Oh, that could be wood. It's a hallway leading to whatever. It's kind of scary. It looks like a horror movie. I'm not gonna walk around that building. It's too dangerous. The building's collapsing. see if I can get out of here without falling down in the ice. Okay, what's this? Another. I'm just reaching. I don't even know what the camera's seeing. Hopefully we get something under there. Okay. Let me get up here and get a wider shot of this Mitchell building. All right, wait a minute. Now this could be, yeah, this is, I think technically I think the front of the building is on the other side. But there's a look of that part of Mitchell. Off in the distance again, Ray. I'm going to go way back here. See if I can get a full wide shot of Mitchell. Okay, there is, I'm going to do a sweep right to left, panoramic sweep of what used to be the Mitchell building. Let me get a little closer. This footage is important footage, historically important footage. I want to get as much of this building as I can get in here. All right, let's have it from this point. We're going to do the Lippitt building, and then we're going to have to shut this thing down. If somebody wanted to do a comprehensive naming of where the buildings used to be and everything, it's doable, but it would take several hours. You'd have to have a map and a really good sense of direction. Even for people that used to work here, it's confusing because there's no roads. There's no, it's just all wide open. Just sand and gravel. And all right, there's the back of Lippitt building, that surgical, medical facility on the grounds of Norwich State Hospital. Let's get another view from the side of Mitchell building. This is, high resolution video. If you want to stop the video and take a good look at it, go for it. The back of Lippitt, I've never, even when I worked here, I did not ever come back here. Lippitt, I believe, was closed. Even when I first started here, I think it was 1980, Lippitt was not operational at that time. But I'm going to work my way around, get some views of Lippitt. It's raining ever so slightly. If it picks up, we got to shut this camera down instantly, but it's extremely light. Although, the minute I said that, it starts picking up a little bit. Another Dutch colonial home, belonged to one of the doctors or prominent administrators that lived here. Side view, if you can see it through all the bramble, of the Lippitt building. Oh wow, there's a garage. Looks like it's been burned again. I gotta watch it here. There's a lot of ice. Okay. Let's get a view of this. 1, 2, 3, 4 unit garage for vehicles. It's made out of cinder block. It's not that old. I don't think. I don't know. Let me see. Sometimes cinder blocks. Oh yeah, it's not, it wasn't built in the early 1900s. I would say it was not. Let's get a side view of Ray building. I'm sorry, Lippitt building. You can see the nice road right there that used to lead up here. This is one of the roads that's a little bit more intact. Across the street used to be Martin House. I think it was the male employee's home at one time. Employee's residence. Let's see if I can do a panoramic. Okay, there we go. Lippitt building. Slate roof. Completely and utterly collapsing. There's a group of photographs that exists from 1956 that are very, very well done. Very, super high quality captures of this building and all the buildings on grounds in 1956. And I mean every single structure on grounds is represented. If you can find those, they're really pretty cool to look at. And there's another road that leads, that's Route 12 over there. The front door of this place is open. I'm not going to walk around, but I'll just take a quick glance. I almost slipped and fell on the ice. It's dangerous. All right, there's the iron handrail. All right, I've never been in Ray before in my entire life. I'm not going to go for a walk, but I'll just get a quick... There's radiators in here. It's wet, so obviously, like I said, the roof is caving in. This is incredible. It's all falling apart, holes in walls. It leads all over the place. I don't want to get lost in here. Nice doors. Here's a half door. Could have been a med room or something. I'm just, hope I'm not going too quick here, but I got to get out of this building. I would consider it extremely dangerous. Big radiators there, you can see those. Plenty of rooms. I don't want to venture. There's like a courtyard. The building, they probably right out there. Just give a quick, there's a bathtub down there. It's all smashed to pieces. A lot to explore, but the danger factor is a little bit too high for me. I gotta get out of here. I mean, look at this. I don't know. This camera's gonna have a tough time. There's not much light. One quick view of this hallway and we're out of here. All right, there's another part of that courtyard or whatever, that fire escapes. There's all kind of stuff out there. But I'm out. I'm out of here. Work my way back. Now, let's get a cool view of that hallway. Interesting. Pyro bar. Let me frame that up. It's this is a very old building. That may ring a bell with somebody in the construction business, you know, with a, you know, historical reference. I got to get out. All right, let's do a sweep at this building. Let me step back a little bit. All right. Left to right. Hopefully we can get it all in here before it's knocked down. All right, that was quick. We're going to walk back the way we came. Maybe get behind the ad building. And it's raining, but I see some blue sky up ahead, so that's a plus right there. That's a hopeful sign that this rain will cease. Hate to have to shut this thing down right now. I want to work my way back, get behind that administration building, and then roll back the way we came in. I kind of would love to get a close-up of that church steeple. That'll be the last thing I do if I can get in there. If I can get a closer view of that thing. I'm trying to look at my lens. It might have a drop on it. That could be a problem. Well, there's hopefully this rain stops. You know, you're not supposed to wipe these lenses off like that, but I think I'm going to try to do it. All I can say is I hope that worked. Side view of Mitchell Building. Look at those beautiful pine trees right there. All right, another view of Mitchell. We're here, but we're heading out of here. Well, let's see, there it is. Lock right in on that thing. Another nice view of Mitchell. You can see that roof. The sky's kind of getting blue and behind it. Beautiful. Kind of a macabre scene of a once thriving Norwich Hospital and a once thriving Mitchell building. These roads here are just, it's sand. It's almost like beach sand. I'm going to try to work my way behind the administration building. The sprawling grounds of the former Norwich State Hospital. I'm not sure if I'm in Norwich right now or Preston. We're like, the city line is very close to this market. If you went down to Route 12 down there, you could see it clearly. But this is pretty much the portion of Norwich and Preston where they meet. All right, here's a wide, long range view. Way in the background there is Lippitt building. I'm sure there was another building right here. I don't know, maybe the chapel. I don't know. The side of this building used to be all building. It was connected to the administration building, AWL. That was a forensic unit, what they called criminally insane, way back, when this hospital was built. But that building is no longer there. All building and Salmon building were my favorite buildings, personally. Very steep pitched roofs with slate, and they were incredible. Now, let me do another sweep of the grounds. There were buildings back here. And they're now demolished. There's Mitchell, way in the distance, and another look at Lippitt. Let me see if I can pivot around without sweeping this thing too fast to make your head dizzy. I know I can be a little bit too quick sometimes. I have to consciously slow down. Okay. We're approaching the side back portion of the administration building. A spectacular, beautiful structure that is completely and utterly falling apart. The inside's been demolished by, I don't know, guys that spray paint or whatever they do, people that just like destroying things. As I pan to the left, that would be AWL, all building. It's not there. That's right, I wanted to get the front of Gallup when I started this tour. I wanted to get the front of that building, so I can see it in the distance. We're going to go over there. I don't want to make this video's already over an hour. I don't want to make some 7-hour video where I cover every square inch of everything, but I mean, I'm trying to just capture the grounds. Let me stick my hand up just for laughs in this ad building, administration building. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to see. I have no clue. I'm just pointing, sweeping very slowly, and I don't know what's in front of me because I can't see. But the camera hopefully can. This is one of the most beautiful, spectacular buildings I've ever been in my life. And to see it completely destroyed is, it's just wrong. All right, right there. Okay, catch a little bit of the ad building right there. As I sweep right, very slowly, would be the former location of Salmon Building. Again, my favorite building. Salmon and Wall Building, my favorite buildings. Now gone. Head over to Gallup, get a look at the front, back. I'm not sure which is considered front or back of Gallup, to be honest with you. Let's do another panoramic sweep. You gotta go real slow. There were buildings back here. Big, huge buildings. Some of them multi-story. All right, I got to get back further to get the rest of that ad building in. But there, again, as I sweep to the right, that would be Salmon Building. But we're going to go to Gallup. We're going to get back a little bit so I can get the whole side of this administration building in. Let's take a look. About right there it is, right there. I don't know. For them to let that building go like that. I'll admit it, it's heartbreaking. Big time. Look at the grass. I mean, you're talking about 5 foot high, not grass, but, weeds or whatever this stuff is. I'm going to walk over to Gallup Building where we start. I'm going to try to get a shot of that, get as close as I can to that steeple, and then this thing's over. We're over an hour right now. All right, there's the side of the ad building. Way to the right slightly, you can see a big water tower in the back. There's a neighborhood up there. There used to be, doctors lived there and a lot of people that worked on grounds. And I think that water tower supplied their water. I don't know that for a fact, to be honest with you. All right, look at this. A brick from some, whatever the name of the building was. Probably Salmon Building, my favorite building. I think the chapel was down here. Again, maybe I'll pop up a map at the end of this video. I have a map. There's maps online. I mean, it's the sky is starting to... See, I wouldn't have that view. This is unique because Salmon Building would be there. So this is a very interesting view. Okay, straight in front of us, Gallup Building. I'll link a tour of the inside of the Gallup Building at the end of this video. But I want to try to get let's see if I can get a wider view. Work my way over here. Mohegan Pequot Bridge way in the background. I'm not sure if you can pick that thing up. From this distance with a 20 millimeter equivalent lens, but you're going to have to take my word for it. Wow, here's a good view of Gallup. Excellent view. Right there. I'm going to get a little closer. Lock in on this thing. Trying to center myself up here. And then do a, as I like to call it, sweep. Okay, dead center is right there. So if I take a sweep to the left, lock it in. Don't have to worry about rain anymore. We got that covered. We're going to go back. Take a look at the steeple if we can. Maybe I can point out the location of the Russell Building, occupational therapy building. Kirkbride used to be back there. You know, there's lodge, there's kettle. I have videos that comprehensively show those, the kettle and lodge area that I just recently uploaded. It's about 50 degrees. It's kind of a nice day today. All right, there's another long distance view, super wide view of Ray Building. Look at that big tree. Another one. Dead. I don't know what the deal with that is, but there's a lot of dead trees on the grounds of former Norwich Hospital. Another look at Gallup. Different light. All right, let's see. That map, I believe, is going to tell me that behind Seymour, which, by the way, was right... See where those pine trees are? Well, that would be the front of Seymour. So, right behind Seymour, right here, would be some of this foundation, some of this cement that we see right there would be the location of the Russell Building. So I'm going to do a sweep of where the Russell Building used to be. It's not going to look like much because there's nothing here except overgrown brush, and that's it. Beautiful, strategically planted pine trees. You know, everything was meticulously done back when they designed and built this hospital. I mean, this is top of the line construction. I'm not going to venture, again, I don't want to, I don't want a 9-hour video here. We're just going to quickly glance. Okay, this is quick. See that big mound of gravel? That's where Lodge Building used to be. Behind that building was Kettle Building. To the right of that mound and further to the right would be the Ribicoff Building, which was a lab and morgue and a bunch of other very important things. It was named after Abraham Ribicoff. I believe Kirkbride Building was down here. I'm not sure of its exact location, but it was back here somewhere. Now, let's see if there's any way possible. Let me walk down here a little bit. If there's any way possible to get to that steeple. All right, we'll get a little bit closer to Lodge. Oh yeah, there's the road right there. I've driven it many times. I worked in Lodge for years. Lodge West 1. That's it. That big mound is this. I don't know about the center, but it could be close to the center of where Lodge Building was. And again, right there where I'm pointing would be Kettle and Ribicoff to the right. There's that structure there, big giant. That was like a central air conditioning hub of some sort. But they did have central air conditioning there for a while. But then they shut the hospital down, and it kind of went to waste. I mean, it was used for a few years. Everybody loved it. Patients and the staff used to be, really boiling hot. I used to work on the top floor of Kettle, for example. They had big giant fans up there, but it was smoldering hot. There's no way around it. You can open windows, you can do all that stuff, but there's nothing like central air conditioning. When they put that in, it was a game changer. So I'm walking right now on top of what used to be Seymour Building, which I also worked in. I'm on, right, probably on, Seymour 1, maybe. The kitchen could have been around here. All right, where's my steeple? We do the steeple, and it's game over. One last view of the back of Gallup. A beautiful sky kicking in right now. There's some nice trees left, but a lot of dead ones. Like that pine tree right there on the far left of the frame. That's dead. All right, there's the steeple. It's all fenced in. I don't see me getting... I can stick my hand through the brush, maybe. That's as close as I'm going to be able to get. Hope you can see that. Let's see. I hope this thing doesn't focus on the... I can't. My hand is way above my head. I can't get up to it. It's seriously fenced in. Kind of a shame. I saw a picture recently of the chapel and I noticed that steeple, very prominent. Let's see if there's a spot over here. Rough terrain in here. It's all big mounds. You gotta watch every step you take. Again, rusty nails sticking up out of boards all over the place. All right, let's see. I mean, there's some fencing here. Is this thing... Yeah, you can't get over this. Anyways, let me see if I can zoom. That's as close as I can get to that steeple. I think that's a decent shot right there. Right there. Again, that's a historic element of that. Okay, look at that. See that parking lot? It's a parking lot for Seymour building. Okay. I'll work my way out of here without falling down in the mud. All right, let me reach up over this. Again, I am doing this by feel. I can't see what I'm filming, but the air conditioning unit, central air conditioning for Kettle and Lodge, maybe Seymour for that matter, and the steeple. I'm going to do a little sweep, a gallop, and this thing is over. Nice lighting. There's still some ice. I mean, it's 50 degrees, but this ice was real thick. It's going to take a while for that to fully melt. Wow. The door is boarded up, as it should be. We're heading out of here, folks. I mean, I'm over 80 minutes. I may cut out a snippet here and there, but it's going to be a pretty long video. Again, this is a documentation of the grounds of Norwich Hospital as they stand now. The name of this cemetery, I think, is Brewster's Neck Cemetery. There's a lot of really old stones in here if you're interested. I think it's probably worth a look if you like that type of thing. I'm going to turn around, get a look through the woods of... The wall is in front of us from the cemetery. There's Gallup Building as we sweep over. Slightly to the right, way in the distance, the administration building. That's the end of the video.